We should have started this joint like in like a compromising position, and then like turned around to the camera and been like, "Oh, y'all ain't see, y'all ain't see us doing it, did y'all?
Oops.
We on set? No sex on set.
No sex.
Welcome to Flix Flex, y'all.
I'm Dominique Janelle.
No, I'm Dominique Janelle.
Oh, I'm Kyrie Terrell.
And welcome to Flix Flex, y'all. Now they're getting strong trying to be me. Listen, man, this is the no sex on set episode.
Yes.
It is part 2 of
professionalism. And this is an important one.
This is important.
Super important.
Y'all be having sex on set.
That's
and I'm not talking about in y'all sex scenes.
That's crazy.
I'm talking about who dealing with who.
Who dealing with who.
Who messing with this person.
Casting couches.
Who harassing.
Harassments.
Who only hires somebody to get the yams.
The yams.
And you know what? On that topic, let me get on my soapbox for a second, all right? Because what's today?
Today is October 30th.
It's Wednesday. It's
Wednesday.
5:13.
5:13 p.m.
All right. So here's the thing. I'm gonna speak right to the people. Here's the thing. I'm going up, right? Not just me, the whole Focus Studios, but I'm personally talking about me.
I'm going up.
You going up too. Yes. But see, it's different for you because you're a woman, right?
I'm still going to the top.
I'm a man, right? So I gotta tell them right now, the reason I check the time and the date is because if I did something to you, come out now. Okay? Come on out and tell the people on me today, all right? Don't wait till I'm up. Right? And the millions and millions and millions is
and now you like, well,
trickling by me. And you like, he had some baby oil and I don't know what happened. No, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Cause listen, I don't hurt, I don't touch, I don't harass, I don't do none of those things. I'm just not gonna do it.
You got any allegations, go ahead and state them now.
Yeah, bring them out now. Bring them out.
Allegations.
You know what I'm saying?
State them now because we don't want to hear it when we at the top.
Exactly, man. Exactly. But
shut your trap.
On a seriouser note, it's happening. It's
a real thing
behind the scenes. And I've heard rumors about myself, right? I've heard, people say, oh, he be doing it to everybody, he be working with and da.
I've heard rumors about myself.
I've heard rumors about Dominique as well.
Because I work with a lot of guys, so it's like she got the job because
I be doing something.
She must be doing something to get this work.
She doing her job. Is what she's
doing my job.
Right?
That's it.
I'm here to tell you right now. We're gonna set the record straight right now. Dominique Janelle and Kyrie Terrell have never done anything sexually.
Never.
It's not what we've done.
Nope.
It's not what we gonna do.
Nope.
We got a great relationship. We got great chemistry. This is my work wife.
It's my work husband.
You know what I'm saying? I can rub her shoulders and she won't say nothing. See? You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
But we have that type of relationship. My wife knows Dominique. She loves Dominique. It's not often that you can work with somebody who is talented, is attractive, is your type, whatever it might be.
Right.
And you have the discipline to refrain from taking it all the way there.
Govern yourself.
You have to govern yourself because the thing about it is this. I intend to work with Dominique forever if I can. You know what I'm saying? And I know that sex would interfere with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No matter how cool people is, myself included, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, the yams might be too fire for me. I don't know. It might be too fire and I start acting crazy. You know what I'm saying? But
so hold on. Y'all be having threesomes like every night? Look, the poly lifestyle is about much more than just sex.
Girl, you should be my girlfriend.
And I gotta make sure my man is being fulfilled sexually.
I did think y'all had a little thing going on.
Nobody will suit y'all better than me.
I guess I just need to know your rules and your safe word.
I'm ready to take things to the next level.
So you don't let your girlfriend fuck your husband?
You always think I'm playing whenever I'm trying to get closer to you. He almost made me kill his ass. Girl, you crazy. Y'all baby step shit, but I feel how I feel.
I'm doing too much.
I should have told you this a long time ago.
That shit can get messy.
Drop the gun!
I'm the unicorn of all unicorns, honey.
If I say let that bitch go, you stand with me. Soon as I give you motherfuckers another chance, you break my heart again?
Hey, boo.
Because you would love it here.
This is what this episode is about, right? Everybody can't govern themselves the right way.
Right.
Once activity happens
Right.
with somebody that you're dealing with on set, right?
And it can cause a lot of problems, a lot of issues. I've seen productions get messed up. I've seen productions get derailed for people just having relationships with people they met on set. Oh, I like him, he like me, and now y'all doing stuff, and then now it's interfering with your job,
Yes.
and it's just a whole lot of stuff. And I get it to a certain extent, and I understand why things happen, because in this business we're not traditional. We have a lot of access.
Yes.
You're working around beautiful people all the time. Everybody beautiful. Not everybody, but most people are beautiful. Majority of people are beautiful. So it's like being in these environments and for hours and hours at end. I understand the level of temptation
Right.
that can occur when we're working in a film.
And it's
business,
natural.
but
It's natural.
I mean, we're human beings at the end of the day, but you have to govern yourself because you have to be professional, because this is a job.
You have to do what you know you can do, right? And when I say that, that means what is not going to mess up the job,
Right.
right? Because let's be honest, I've dealt with people that I've worked with before, right?
So have I.
But in governing myself, it's never interfered with a production.
Right.
Because there's a few things I won't do. If I do deal with somebody that is a part of one of my productions, we're going to have a conversation that's like, hey, like, I'm not ready to do you no favors, right? Plus or minus, right? I'm not going, be any harder on you because we have this relationship, but I'm also not going to take it easy on you because we have this relationship. The business is going to be the business.
Right.
And our personal whatever we had in the past is going to be whatever we had in the past, right? Or if it's current or whatever, it's like, no, can we do the business and do the business?
Two separate houses.
Right? They have to. They have to not interfere with one another. So I think that the message within that is everybody can't do that.
Everybody cannot.
And you got to know you, right?
Really, like realistically.
Realistically.
Yeah.
And in this business, I ain't even gonna go there. I'm about to go to who you're dealing with. Let's tuck that down, who you're dealing with, because that matters too in this business. But let's stay on yourself for a second. Everybody can't deal with somebody on set and not have that angst to, I ain't gonna tell nobody you was late, or I'm gonna bring you a little something extra, or I'm gonna do the most around you. It's like,
Yeah, no.
Once who you dealing with start messing with what's going on set, it's a problem.
Yeah, it is, and it's, you got to be self-aware of that too. Like, you can't. It just can convolute things so bad,
It does.
and it's,
even knowing other people knowing
that
mess things up.
That can, even if you're.
So we shouldn't even know.
We shouldn't even know. But when you're especially if you're in a level of authority on a set,
Yes.
and then people know you messing with a particular person or whatever, like that could compromise a lot of stuff. Not saying that there's a bunch of sets where you got husband and wife run sets, you got boyfriend and girl, whatever, and that's fine. You can have those relationships.
And it's natural to meet somebody at work.
It's
Most
natural for
relationships
that.
come from you meeting somebody at
Right.
work. That's
and
a
all
real
that
fact.
is okay, but what we're saying is you just have to remain professional and know that when you're working, all that stuff, husband and wife stuff, boyfriend and girlfriend stuff, issues and stuff like that can't come to the job.
Or know that you are the type of person who is gonna lose your mind about somebody.
Right. Like you dating an actor and he got a sex scene, now you in the back, you supposed to be holding up the lights, and you back there mad as hell.
Listen, and it ain't gotta be as far as a sex scene. Like you mentioned, it's a lot of beautiful people on set. So if you know you the type of person that if Jamal get too giggly with Keisha,
right,
and you see what's going on, they might just be running lines, building chemistry, having a good time, which is necessary on set. And they may be the type of professionals, because I've worked with people who you see all this type of chemistry, but when you yell, "Oh, that's a wrap for tonight," they going their separate ways.
Yes.
It ain't no, we ain't still communicating, none of that. And I've worked with people like that, and quite honestly, I appreciate it.
Oh, it's dope.
Kyrie Terrell, I might as well not have eyes when I'm on set. That's part of being focused studios. I work with a ton of beautiful women, but while them cameras is up and it's time to do something, I don't care how beautiful you are.
Right.
I am not about to be taken by. I met my wife on set, and she did not know I was feeling her until the cameras was done rolling and we was about to be packing up and all of that, and I finally said something to her.
Right.
Before that, it's a job to be done.
And that's as it should be. As it should be. And I think just governing yourselves overall and knowing when it's okay to talk to that person that you peeped on set and you like, yo, I think I want to holler at her. Or I think I want to talk to him. Like knowing when's the right time to do that, definitely while you're working.
Yeah, it's after the martini shot.
It's after the martini shot, then you can go get a number in a martini. But until then, it's definitely, you got to be cautious with that too, because you don't understand like how your behavior in that could come off wrong to the person you got, and then now you got a whole situation because y'all got to work together and you took something the wrong way and now it's a whole issue.
Right.
So
and that issue, here's the thing about that issue, right? Those issues force production to now make a choice between you and someone else.
Yeah, and that's tough.
Right?
That's tough.
So you gotta remember that when you decide, you know what, I'm feeling Shorty so much, or if it's a Shorty, I'm feeling him so much that I want to cross that line. If something, goes wrong and that person either, says, well, I felt like I was harassed or I felt uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable now around this person.
Now we got a whole situation.
Right? Or y'all start dealing with each other and the relationship goes bad. And now production can see something going on. They ain't used
Y'all
to
beefing.
act like this. Like now I got to make a choice between the two of y'all, right? And even sometimes if I've been around you enough to learn your personality and I see, they messing with each other. They got a thing going on.
Right.
Now I got to decide where and what and how I'm going to move because of y'all. As a director or a producer, I don't want to have to do that.
Yeah, that could be a lot. But outside of relationships on set though, it'd be the sexual harassments of it all.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. And I feel like, especially as a female in this business, it's a non-traditional business.
Yeah.
So I have meetings at night. I have meetings in restaurants. But that's just the business. I have meetings in coffee shops and stuff like that. But that is the business. And being in those environments, I've been blessed to work with a lot of men, but men that I trust.
Right.
And that's very important to me because if I don't feel safe with the men that I work with, I can't work with you because we could be on set 2-3 o'clock in the morning or whatever the case is. Like I gotta feel safe as a woman, and I gotta know that I can trust you and you have my best interest at heart. And it's not nothing underlying. You not hiring me just because you really want to get at me. So their ulterior motive comes out. Now I'm uncomfortable. Now you proposition it and all that. Like in the name of business. Like a lot of that happens. For females, and it's something that I absolutely.
I'm sure it happens for males too.
Yeah, it does.
Never happened to me.
I've seen it happen for males, and it's just one of those things. Like for one, it's not acceptable. You don't have to deal with any of that stuff. I would walk away from job. I don't care how much money you throw at me. If you come on to me and make me feel uncomfortable because your motives are wrong, I'm not taking that money. I'm not taking that job.
And here's another thing when you talk about it being a non-traditional business that I think a lot of people don't think about. When you're making a film, the subject matter of the film can be sexual.
Right.
It can be sexual and graphic. It can be sexual and funny. We just dealt with that on Renobe.
Yep.
It can be, sexual innuendos in the dialogue between actors and things like that. Some things are dark, right? Yeah. Some things are super playful. Some things are about harassment, right? Or rape, which I hate to say, but that pops up in movies, right?
It's a real thing.
So you also have to be aware that what's happening in this film, because we've seen people even on our sets, get like enthralled in the subject matter, right? And one part of governing yourself is understanding, like, we're making a movie here. Outside of this movie, we're still real humans in real life. Yeah. So we cannot take what's going on in this movie and think that on set it's okay and it means I can touch someone in a way or say something or whatever it might be, because that's the subject matter that's the art we're creating. No, you still have to understand that that's the movie. This is real life. Right? So that's another part of our business being non-traditional is you can have a whole scene about something crazy, but you can't be the person on the crew or one of the actors or whoever and then go say and do something akin to what you just saw in real life without there being consequences. Right. So you have to also be cognizant of that and understand that you have to be able, it's a complex business. Yeah. You have to be able to separate the art from real life.
Speaking of sex on set, though, I think it's hilarious that when we do sex scenes on set, we're the crew. You trying to find people, you got to radio people. I need this and this and this. When we do sex scenes on set, all of a sudden, everybody right the hell there. You ain't got you turn your whole team. Your whole team.
You got crew you don't know you hired. Who's everybody, that holding that light?
You want me to hold the light? I moved the table for you. Like, where did you come from?
Right. Yeah, we learned quick that we had to close them scenes down.
Yeah, and, which most sets are when you do sex scenes are closed.
Right.
Closed sets. Out of respect for the talent, out of respect for the privacy, I get you're gonna see it on screen, but it's like sex scenes are hella uncomfortable.
They're awkward.
They're hella awkward and uncomfortable, and I don't think people realize that.
And that's I think that's a whole nother show too. We'll do a show about sex scenes because we can carry a whole show for that. But on the topic of sex scenes, it's also important, we talk about sex on set, who you're dealing with, like I mentioned earlier. If you have a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a husband, a wife, they have to be not just okay, but supportive.
Yes, that's huge. Supportive is
they have
huge.
To be not just okay, but supportive, as well as you as an actor and a performer have to understand that this is a performance outside of you. Right. Right. You can't come into it thinking that, well, people gonna think no. The consumer's smart enough to understand that you were Erica Jones on this movie, but in real life you're Dominique Janelle. Right. And these are the things that Erica Jones would do. Yeah. But that's not Dominique Janelle. Right. Right. That's incumbent upon our actors, right, to make sure that they understand the subject matter and what they have to do before they go into these performances. But it's also incumbent upon our actors to make sure that their significant others are supportive of those types of things, because we've seen, I'm sure you have, I know I have, in our business where when it gets down to it, people got reservations. Yeah. Right.
I've been on set. I've been on a set where it was like a boyfriend and girlfriend was on there, and the guy, the boyfriend, had the love interest in the movie. They were love interests with him and another girl, but the girlfriend was also, but she was always on set because she was a part of the movie, but she was always on set. And it was just like it affected the performance of the male and female on set, because like when they would try to talk when cameras were off to develop, go over the scene, rehearse, be the chemistry. She was right there. She right there, not too much, too close. I'm like,
she was doing all that?
All of that.
Now that's crazy.
And that was wild. And it's just like, yo, but you knew this was the role he had, whatever the case is. So it's like, why would you do that? And she was like, you're sitting too close to my man.
Yeah, that's unacceptable.
Bruh, I was like, you can't be for real. Yeah, and the actress was just like, she was like, what, I don't want your man. Like, he's supposed to be my man in the movie, and I'm just trying to. Right. It was bad, but even it got so bad. I don't even know why they let her on set. It got so bad. They was in a scene where they lay on the bed, and she was like, she's behind the camera. That's a little too close. I said, yo, y'all kidding me?
That's wild. That is wild. Yeah, I would have let y'all go. I'd have been like, all right, we're going to find a new somebody to play this role. Because that's the thing. Like, that's why I say it's so complex. I'm so thankful for my wife. My wife supports me Like my wife will go home and she'll be like, you should have did it like this. Why you ain't do that? It looked like this. Like
it makes a difference.
She like really supports what I do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a thing of like, I don't have to pull back because I'm a face backlash at home.
But that's a big thing too, because you have people like when they have a partner that's not supportive, now they're just not giving their best performance. They're not doing the best job they could do because in the back of their mind, what is my significant other gonna think?
Right.
What is my boyfriend, girlfriend gonna think?
And listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. There's no place for that in acting. It's just not.
No.
It's just not. If you're an actor, it is your job to portray the character on the page. Now, I'm all fine for you reading the script and you being like, this ain't for me.
And that's totally okay.
That's totally fine. But when you get in your head about what are other people going to think about anything, anybody, I should say, wife, kids, mom, grandpa, you can't be a good actor if you're thinking about, well, what are my people going to think if I take this role, right? What do you think?
Right.
What is your art? This is your instrument, right? You are portraying a character. If the character doesn't speak to you, I get it.
Right.
This is your career. You got to live with putting that reel out and saying you were in this and you work with that person and this and this and that. But as soon as you start, especially like Dom said, taking roles and then being reluctant about what's on the paper,
Yeah, that's
your performance is done.
That's a no-go. And at the end of the day, when we said this before, let your yes be yes and your no be no.
Yes.
If you're going to accept a role that has sexual scenes or sexual natures and stuff in them, you can't accept it and then be like, well, I don't feel comfortable doing X, Y, Z, Z, Z. Why you take the role?
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
I do that. If I'm looking at a script and I'm like, okay, you know this, and I'm like, I'm not cool with this, then it's a no.
It's just a no.
It's a no. That's it.
Okay.
And that's fine. And that's
okay.
totally fine.
Because you're giving them an opportunity to land someone who's like, oh yeah, I'll do this. This ain't about nothing.
Right.
And now the art gets the opportunity to flourish.
Exactly.
Right? Bringing it back to things that happen on set, right? I want to make sure that we discuss communication.
Yeah.
Right? Communication. I'm not what should I say? I've been on the wrong side of communication before. And like I said, I invite anybody who, thinks that Kyrie did anything to them that wasn't on the up and up. I invite those folks because I know that I ain't done shit, right? And I say these things openly and honestly because, like, one of the things I always say is I talk about Denzel. Denzel ain't never been in shit. You know why? Because he don't do shit.
He don't do nothing.
If you ain't never been at the shit, you can't be in the shit.
Can't be accused of it.
Right? And my thing is, like I mentioned, I've had relationships with women who are actors or producers or directors or whatever. I've been intimate with those people, but I've never positioned an opportunity, and I've never been positioned for an opportunity. Right? And I don't even mean that from power. I mean that from, women might just act and they might just want to be like, well, what's up with that's not me, boo-boo.
Yeah.
You're not going to get nothing from me, from giving me the goodies and me putting you in a movie. It's never happened. It never will.
That is a thing.
I don't do it.
Yeah.
Because my art is paramount. I want the best person in my picture. I could care less what you look like naked or what favors you want to do for me. It's never happened. It never will happen. But where I was going with the communication piece, you have to make sure that the way you're talking to people matches the relationship that you have with those people.
That's very important.
Right? So I'll give a very perfect example is you and I. Right? We call each other work wife, work husband, whatever. We're playing, right? we're having a fun time, right? And Dominique and I have had our own intimate conversations about one another and about work where we were like, look, let's make sure that we on an up and up with everything. Let's make sure that things look this way. And we've worked so many times and been around each other for production meeting after production meeting, the other productions, her productions, my productions, our productions, all of these types of things. That's when we spend time. Like, I'm not just going over Dom's to kick it. She not coming to mine's to kick it. You know what I'm saying? Every time me and Dom are together, we working. You know what I'm saying? But we've developed a rapport where our communication between one another is always, she knows my core. Right. I know hers. So it's always felt respectfully, honestly, right? Even if I'm being flirtatious, she knows that she's safe with me, right? She knows that my motivation is not the yams. Right. You understand what I'm saying? And I know that her motivation with working for me is not like, oh, I want something from Kyrie that's not business. Right. She don't want nothing from me. I just want to be great. We just great homies. We work together, right? But the way we communicate ain't for everybody. No. Right? So we've learned that we even have to be careful with the things that we say to each other because
around certain people, yeah, because it can be misconstrued.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this is the crazy part, right? Here's a pro tip. That misconstrue may be that it's okay for me to talk to Dom that way or not, right? Or it's okay for me to talk to Kai that way, right? Or not. But it also may be Kai and Dom might really be together. Right? So now they're behaving in a certain way toward you or me around us. Right. Because what they think the communication is saying, verbal or nonverbal. So that's also a place where you have to be careful.
Yeah, you do.
Right? You have to be transparent on set and you have to let people know, like, you know, and I don't want to say you got to walk around and be telling everybody, oh yeah, I ain't sleep with this person, I ain't sleep with that person, I ain't do this, I ain't do that. No. That's not what I mean. But I do mean you have to be conscious about what your own intentions are. Yeah. Because people can smell intentions.
Yeah, they can. And I feel like that's mainly for a lot of the sets where it's like people working with each other all the time, people are a lot closer and stuff like that. And because you really you don't want to ever get too comfortable and with the people that you're working with to the point where like that professionalism is starting to diminish.
The lines are blurring.
Yeah, the lines are blurring. You gotta be cautious of that. And I know I'm like that. I'm two different Dominiques. Like,
this is $20 million. We're the only ones that can pull this shit off.
Shockwaves sent through the crypto communities as new government-sanctioned crackdowns were signed into law today that make it a lot tougher for companies to hide money on apps and digital criminals to steal it.
They're called cloners. Some of them take small money on their own by mimicking blockchains online.
You know, you should invest some of the winning in crypto.
What you say? NFTs, blockchains, crypto.
It's like stealing money.
How many passwords can it be, man?
Whoa, Buck. Crypto Wallet uses every number, letter, and character on the keyboard.
Scammers, any blockchain hackers, any crypto hustlers are going to be losing their minds and getting sloppy.
Robin, tell me it just froze.
You gotta be kidding me, Ben.
You have one job. Don't lose that fucking phone.
I know you're thinking about going back to hacking.
I might.
If somebody traced the transaction history on that fucking phone book,
I know! Transactions. How the f we missed these?
All right, this is not a group of stupid criminals. They're smart.
Hey, you got the wrong girl, detective.
Hey, yeah, look at you pulling yourself back together.
Robin made another fucking wallet? Why would she do that?
We let fucking money quadruple, and then we won't ever have to work or do none of this crazy shit again, I promise.
Goldie's my business partner.
I'm her partner, and we do business together.
You are not coming to this tape tomorrow.
I'll be there tomorrow. And don't say I didn't warn you.
I'm gonna do better, I promise, but so I need you to get me out this joint.
No, that motherfucker stealing from the clique.
Stealing? No, Buck, I'm not f***ing stealing.
You act like you're not stealing the money from me.
Man, I would've let him go too after I questioned him.
See, after you question him, what the f was he gonna tell you, Kyle?
Tell me you're f***ing. Be a woman about it.
All right!
You see that hesitation right there? that implies that you know who I'm talking about.
I went on the chain, bought a little piece of it. I went to go cash it out. Gone, look.
And the girl we picked up, she's in on it too.
I need every transaction you do with Peyton on Friday recorded here.
Are you kidding me? Are you f***ing kidding me?
Stop. And if you or your wife me, I'll take this right here and send it straight to the feds.
I will take every piece of data we ever done together, and I will make sure that I link it to you and your bitch-ass husband.
Why are you being so greedy?
Because I love money, G. Don't you?
When I'm on set, it's you getting AD dime, production dime. When I'm off a set, that's a whole different thing. And even to the point where some people have made a thing like, I ain't never see you act like this because you always got me in a work capacity.
We was working.
We was working. You'll never see it. Like, and if you're never around me outside of setting up, you'll never see it.
Right.
And that's the way it should be. And we could be working for years and years and years, and it's still gonna be the same way. I'm never gonna be super relaxed and on a whole nother level of Dominique when I'm working. It's just not gonna happen.
Right. And that's just the closeness even that you and I have. It's communication. It's not, touchy-feely. Right. It's not like, because we see this too. Like, I've been on sets and like somebody might be sitting on somebody's lap. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Somebody might be always on somebody, like one person, whatever it might be. And sometimes that can even be somebody they not even dealing with. Right. But it's just like, you always, so people around you gonna be like, something what's happening over there? Oh. So you gotta be really, really cognizant about those things, man. And your communication can get you in trouble. Yeah. Right? Your communication, the same things, like, for sure, that I say to Dom, I have interns, I have, actors, actresses that I've this is my first time working with y'all. I'm not addressing them in ways like, I'm not even, Dom, she might about to be my new work wife. You know how uncomfortable that might make somebody?
Right. What's going on here?
What is happening here? Like, that's not for this person. Me and Dom have years of communicating ourselves into a way that we understand what's comfortable for one another. Right. So you have to be very careful in with your communication, because everything just ain't for everybody. Yeah. And it's easy to get roped into, especially the culture of a set where motherfuckers letting it all hang out on this set. Like, we've been on them sets too. Yeah. Like, like, I've been on those sets where, it's just like I have been, as a young man, on some sets where, prior to the Me Too movement and, what's going on with different celebrity allegations and all of that right now, I remember things. And the crazy part is, you can turn on old TV and listen to some of the things that they said. And you be like, damn, this used to fly.
Yeah, that was okay.
Old commercials, like things like that. So behind the scenes, I done seen and heard some things that just, you in big trouble nowadays if that go on.
Right.
And the one thing that I'm going to do, and I put on my post the other day, I said I was misunderstood, right? Because if you know me personally and you're around me, I'm laughing, joking all day. I'm having a good time. I am flirtatious. You know what I'm saying? All of these types of things, but still in a respectful manner, even if we not on the job. Right? But when we on the job, all that go out the window. Yeah. And the flirtatiousness is first. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you got to yell, cut, it's a wrap, for me to get back into that bag, because my objective is to get the train from point A to point B, and I'm not going to let nothing derail that. Right. And then in the bigger grand scheme of things, I got to get Focus Studios from this little indie production company that could to, wow, do you see what they've done? Right. And the last thing I'm going to do is allow a little piece of yams.
Just messing all
up. You got to grow up and have a little bit of discipline, right? I'm not going to let a little piece of yam sink my whole battleship.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's not going to happen.
That's wild. But I like what you said earlier about how, I know outside of the Me Too movement and stuff like that, but like, ain't no favors, right? Like, I ain't gonna cash you because I really
favoring you. You can't favor me.
Yeah, and I feel like that's huge because that happens a lot. That happens. I've been in situations like that. It's like, are you hiring me because I'm skillful, or you hiring me because you trying to crack? And I don't know which is what, and I don't want to be here. Like, and a lot of people do that, and it's just not okay. And people, even before you get on set, the level of professionalism has to be. If you want to just talk to somebody that's in the film business, an actress or whatever, just talk to them.
Right.
If you want to work with them, then work with them.
Right.
But do not disguise one as the other and vice versa. Like, right. And when you do that, it just comes, the way it comes off and how non-professional it is. Like, you really want to talk to somebody, but I'm going to just talk about work and say we going to have meetings and stuff like that, but I'm really trying to crack. Don't do that.
And that's the other thing. Like, I never want to be that skeevy.
It is very skeevy.
I never want to be that skeevy. Like,
if
if I like you, you're going to know I like you.
Right.
But I'm not never going to mixing it with work.
Yeah. And just, I'm not interested in being hired because you want the yams. Don't hire me for the yams.
I'm gonna hire Dom and get the yams.
Yeah, don't hire me. I'm saying it now. Don't hire me if you want the yams. Hire me because I do my job and I do my job well. Don't hire me because you want the yams, because you're not getting them.
And don't think you're gonna come over to Focus Studios because you're cute. Can you act?
Can you act?
Can you act a little bit?
A little something?
You know what I'm saying?
Can you work a little something?
Can you do a little something? Because yeah, that's just not that's not professional. It's not the way that we're ever going to run our
casting couches.
No casting couches over here.
We assure you.
It's not going down. I've told women I can't deal with them because they actresses. I've told women, like, look, yeah,
and that's a real thing.
You got to choose one or the other, baby. Yeah. And what we gonna do?
And I know for me as a female, like I have that in the forefront of my mind, because I know people done said to me that I heard you got these jobs because you be dealing with people. No, I have worked. And
Somebody
then
said that to you about me?
About you? That I was dealing with you?
That's why we be working.
I'm pretty sure. I don't think I've heard it. I don't think they said it to my face. They might have said it to other people.
I was asking if they said it to your face.
No, I don't think they never said it to my face. But I know people were talking, thinking that that's not the case. Like, I do a good job. Now, if you want to hire me because you think I'm cute, I'm gonna use my looks.
Take the job.
I'm gonna take the job.
But you ain't get no yams.
You ain't get no yams, but I'm gonna take the job. But I don't mind letting my face get me through the door, but I work hard. So if that's what's gonna get me through the door, okay. You want to see it? Right. You want to see this face? That's fine, but I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to stand on why you hired me, which was my work ethic, and that's what it's going to be. So
I'm be working, and I don't mind if you slide in my DM because you think I'm cute or sexy. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dom and Ebony ain't want to give me my I'm sexy earlier today. We was texting. And
comment bro sexy.
They said somebody else was sexy, and I was like, damn, well, what about me? But I don't mind if that's why you slide. You know what I'm saying? Like, attractive people gonna be around attractive people. Right. You know what I'm saying? But just don't slide on me thinking that you're gonna sweet talk your way to a job with Kyrie Terrell. It's not happening. Can you act? The integrity of my project is paramount. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you cute and you can act, like, that's what's different. You cute and you can act. All right, well, let's get you a job then. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't gonna be you cute and Kyrie hired her because she cute. It's gonna be she can act.
She can act. She actually can do something.
She can act, and she cute.
There you go.
You got to be able to work, man. Anything we missed on sex on set, real quick, Don, before we get out of here?
No, I think we covered a lot. I mean, I still feel like there's so many other roads we can go down. There's so many other roads we can go down with.
We ain't even tell no stories.
We did.
We got some sex on set stories we could have told.
Well, we said we was gonna do that whole nother episode. We gotta talk about the sex scenes on set.
We do got, we'll tell some stories on set because we both got some sex scene stories.
A lot of them.
All right, for sure. All right, then let's get out of here, man. It's been another amazing, sexy episode of Flix Flex.
Flix
You
Flex.
know what I'm saying?
Dominique Janelle. Dominic.Janelle on all social media.
And I'm Kyrie Terrell on all social media. Let us know, man. Let us know if y'all want some film gear. Let us know if y'all enjoying these Flix Flex episodes. Let us know what y'all want us to talk about, man. All right?
Got any questions? Let us know.
We out.